And we are live.
Hey, yo.
Yes, sir.
How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great today. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
I'm just excited for Christian's team to lose.
That's the mood.
Good start. Good start. I feel like a lot of people get excited when Christian's teams lose, to be honest.
His Twitter mentions are any indication.
Yes.
It's true. That was a bowl.
I got my teal jersey on. Mariners got their teal jerseys on.
It's a good vibe.
I
Perfect.
typically only buy the white jerseys, so. All right.
Interesting start there.
If they want to go fastball high in
okay.
the flesh, keep going. Like,
I mean, if he's just going to let it hit off the knob of the bat and be a foul ball, I say keep doing it.
Why not?
whenever he gets a fastball high, that's when he elevates and randomly hits home runs. It's only on high fastballs.
Sometimes he just dumps off lazy fly balls to right center field. I
Yeah.
love Malik Smith. God.
So what's the matchup today? Walker Bundy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Two of the best starters in baseball.
Dylan Bundy has the same peripherals as Shane Bieber, and people just gotta understand that.
This is why no one in DD likes Dylan Bundy, because of you.
They have the same swinging strike percentage. They've had the same expected K percentage. Their ex-Wobo is the same, or expected weighted on base average.
And maybe he'd win more games if his lineup gave him some run support.
The lineup gives plenty of run support. It's the bullpen, okay? That's our only problem right now. We are the Detroit Tigers 2013.
Yeah, that's that's fair. Your bullpen has been pretty rough, though. That is definitely a
They've blown
reasonable take.
every single game. We've had a blown save so far.
Good Lord.
Wow, yeah, that's brutal.
Except for the one game where we didn't have a lead, because every time we were down by one, they would give up 3 more runs.
Is
Houston.
that the first Ohtani day?
Yeah.
And what's his status exactly?
So it's a grade 1 to
How do you
2 strain on his forearm. It's on a muscle that's slightly connected to like the UCL, but like it's typical to have inflammation there
Sure.
post surgery.
Post TJ, yeah.
So do you think?
Is there any? Go ahead, Peyton.
Do you think
No, you're good.
Ohtani's going to pitch again?
Oh
That
yeah,
was my question too. So
Do you think he pitches again this season?
this season no, there's no reason to
Do you think he
Yeah.
should?
pitch again. Yes, absolutely. He's a better pitcher than he is a hitter. If he had to give up one, I'd say he has to give up hitting, but there's no point in giving up hitting. I've seen people talk about using him in the bullpen. I like that idea if we strengthen our starting pitching after him,
1, 2, 3 innings.
But,
yeah,
like,
I think for the sake of the Angels, they would rather, if they had to pick one, as far as how their team's built, I'm sure they would rather him be a pitcher as well.
right.
Bullpen's interesting, though. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, they're talking about like just put him as the closer. I mean, I
No.
like that, honestly.
So how would that work with like subs?
You would have to lose the DH, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
As soon as he comes in, but it's fine because he is set DH for
Right.
that game, and then
Sure.
comes in. It'd be fine.
Oh, right. I guess. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't have to. Yeah, that'd be super interesting.
Well, you lose the DH, and as soon as Ohtani blows his save, as is commensurate with Angels bullpen history, then you don't have a DH for the later innings, for the extra innings. So there's your theoretical problem.
Depends on your definition of Angels history too. I mean, they do have some of the best closers we've seen come through that organization. To be fair,
Recent Angels history.
Recent. That's incredibly fair. Yeah. Mike Trout era Angels history.
Yeah. No, I mean, if Shohei Ohtani wants to start coming out of the bullpen throwing like K-Rod did, that'd be a different story. That'd be a much different story.
Yeah, much different for all parties involved.
K-Rod with his 56th save of the year, and he hit his 40th home run. 2002 Angels are back, baby.
Look at this lineup.
Ugh, we're going to be seeing screenshots of this lineup come up on my Twitter feed in like 2024. Be like, remember when we were running this crap out?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I feel that daily. So
I still shudder every time there's that one screenshot of the 2011 Mariners lineup that was like Dustin Ackley leading off. Ichiro was hitting third. God, who else was in? I black it out of my memory every time I see it because it just brings me it just makes me physically exhausted.
Mine is the opposite currently. I just get a lot of screenshots of starting rotations that we used to have that had 4 Cy Young winners in it.
Yeah.
People are like, hey, we just lost 114 games, but remember when we had this rotation? I'm like, yeah, man, totally.
Vividly.
Yeah, very well, actually, believe it or not. Yeah. Not surprisingly. Fletch at shortstop?
Public enemy number 1 at second base.
What?
He ruined Mike Leake's perfect game. He killed Mike Leake's perfect game. I was there. I'll never forget. I'll never
I just want
forgive.
to know where Jock is.
Hey, was that very Shane Bieber-esque what you just did there, Christian? You want to elaborate on that one for me? Where in there was shades of Shane Bieber?
It was a breaking ball, I guess.
Airmailing a curveball into his left arm.
Yeah, very Bieber-esque for sure.
Oh shoot, Christian, your mic's not working, bud.
Yeah, Christian, you're muted there,
I was
champ.
muted.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Wonder how long I've been muted for now.
It's probably been a minute.
It was before I asked what about that pitch was Shane Bieber-esque.
You know, it happens. It happens. That's a good frame job here.
Man,
I hate Kyle
I feel
Seager.
like Kyle Seager's been on this team for like
Yes,
Yeah.
at least 20 years.
pretty much.
He's
doesn't
far
look
and
like a
away
day
the
over
longest
22.
tenured Mariner.
Yeah, it's not even close, is
It's
it?
really, really, really not close. He's been on the team for like 8-9 years, I think, something like that. And the next closest is like 3.
Man. I mean, we have the same thing with Miggy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Miggy's on 13, and our next closest is Buck Farmer, who's on like year 5.
Well, Felix was on year 14, and as soon as he became a free agent, that was, nearly halved for Seager's benefit.
Sure.
Oh, the shift is on. He's absolutely gonna hit it past like third base, little ground.
Christian, very, very pro shift. Christian Lloyd, very, very, very known as
Very pro
shift.
Joe Madden, Christian Lloyd.
Oh.
Very pro shift and pro Madden, that's for sure.
It's interesting to me though that Madden loves the shift and the bunt. Brad Osmus hated the shift and also refused to bunt last year. I don't think we bunted once last year, unless it was like the player's choice of just trying to get a bumper hit.
He wasn't going to take away the green light from anybody to do it, but he wasn't going to encourage anybody to do it.
Yeah, I think he would even give the red light to people. Because very anti-bunts. I loved it. Anti-stolen base too, which I was digging that.
Well, the team in general has been pretty anti-stolen base ever since it started hurting Mike Trout.
Yeah, ever since the Trout. That's seriously, that's true though. Ever since the thumb injury, I feel like they've kind of just not stolen at all.
They had Trout stealing an intra-squad game against Austin Hedges, and I was fuming.
I was
so mad. He got blown away by like easy 10 feet too, like just not even close to the stolen base, and it was the most ridiculous thing. It's a good fastball, blown away by 90.
Wow.
Seager looks so mad that he swung at that too. I will say I am very mad at Kyle Seager. He shaved recently. He had this very thin, wispy, graying old man beard coming in, and I was really hoping it was going to be like a seasoned beard for him. And I was watching the game yesterday, and in like the 6th inning, I just went, "He shaved!" and like screamed into the void.
It cuts like 20 years off his appearance.
It really does.
He looks younger than his brother at this point.
Oh, look at that.
Dylan Moore's been running a lot just in this series.
Yeah, it's because sans Ohtani, no Angel throws too hard. I mean, Canning can sit mid-90s, and Keeney can touch mid-90s, but they're all slow, have slow deliveries. Because defensively speaking, despite him bobbling that transfer there, the Angels' catches are great. So
if he hadn't bobbled that transfer, he might have been gunned too because he didn't get a great jump.
Yeah,
I feel like
I missed
Nick,
all
did
of
you,
that. Is this Castro catching or is this Stassi?
This is Stassi.
It's Stassi.
Yeah, wow.
Nick, did you do the cardboard cutout thing?
I did. I just ordered him last night. I was
I got you.
I've been trying to herd cats to get, a bunch of people together because you do it all, you get just one big order and then all your cutouts get, sat next to each other.
Sure.
So I was trying to herd 5 other people, including one person that I didn't have direct contact with, and I was communicating through someone else to try and get their picture.
Always fun.
And so by the time I finally had the pictures together, it was like Thursday last week. And it was we still weren't sure, MLB was telling ESPN to look for alternate programming and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't really want to spend like my $30, but 5 other people's $30 and then have the season just end in 3 days. So I only just ordered them yesterday. So they'll be in there sometime next week.
They will give you the money back, right? I mean, I would hope.
I wasn't sure, and I wasn't really planning on reaching out to the team to ask them, because I'm sure they would have been like, they probably aren't really sure either. They don't really know what the protocol is.
I don't
for all
think
this
anyone knows what's going on. That's my
no one does. It's hoping for the best right now.
Cardinals had to ruin my week.
Yeah, that's Vogelbach, ground ball to second base. Familiar stories.
Didn't he get off to the hot start last year, or was that somebody else?
Hot start.
No, he got off to a super hot start.
All of the Mariners.
Yeah, that's true. But he had this really hot start, but he was the 3rd first baseman on the team because that was when we had Jay Bruce and
Edwin.
We had Jay Bruce and Edwin Encarnacion on the team.
What a weird roster that 2019.
That was a weird
it really
roster,
was.
Man.
It was a very strange roster, and even stranger that they got off to a 13-2 start.
And then they finished like 60 and whatever.
Well, that part we knew was going to happen. Honestly,
I mean,
did they lose?
I don't know if anyone really thought last year that the Mariners were going to compete after as much as they traded off in the offseason.
I mean.
Even now.
I mean, it got a lot of people to buy in really early. My best friend drunkenly purchased a Tim Beckham jersey during that run.
Tim Beckham.
What a legend.
I was just making fun of him for that last night, saying I need to tweet that picture of him holding it again. I tweet it, I tweet it intermittently just to remind people that he is my friend. He bought this thing, and he is an idiot.
Indeed, an idiot. Yeah.
He was saying to me, I want to buy another jersey. And I was like, before you do, consult me first. He's like, I want to get a JP Crawford jersey. And I was like, maybe that might be more like t-shirt territory. Like get some JP Crawford stuff, but maybe not a jersey yet.
Crawford jersey kind of goes hard. I like that. I
would totally wear it, but I don't know. It's still up in the air whether or not he's future, the future shortstop. Thing. Especially with future Mariner Corey Seager, we're staring down the barrel of future Mariner Corey Seager. So
there you go.
Speaking into existence. Both Seager brothers on your team, or are you going to let Kyle go pretty soon here?
I'm not really sure when Kyle will go, but I don't think he's going to get a renewed contract, especially not with Noel V. Marte in the system.
Fair.
He's only 18, so he's at least a couple years away. But
oh, showtime!
My phone just spoiled me.
Yep.
Sir.
I'm
definitely behind.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Taco,
yes.
showtime, baby.
It's the power of this man.
Should this be beer?
Man.
Was it Peyton that said before the broadcast that there was 0 official Taiwan Walker barrels?
And now
I'm pretty confident there's one.
she has green on the screen. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That happened with me too. I don't know what that was.
That happened to me too. That was weird.
Of course, like 2 people on this stream hate Ohtani for obvious reasons, and he goes deep.
He said obvious reasons.
Very, very obvious reasons.
You all know.
He didn't choose my team.
Wait. So he says that he doesn't want to go to a big market, and then he goes to a team that says Los Angeles in the name.
That still blows my mind.
People want to consider the Angels to be a not big market team. They always consider us like just a smaller team, and it's because we're behind the Dodgers, and it's still redundant because they're popular as all hell.
I remember when we had I hosted Brian came up to visit me in Seattle about this time last summer. And
perfect game league.
Huh?
It's during the Mike Leake perfect game there.
Yeah.
Time, right?
So we went to Mariners Angels game, and him and I got there early. Some of our friends joined us later, but him and I got there real early to watch batting practice. And Brian was like, we gotta go out to the right field seats. I want to try and catch a Shohei Ohtani batting practice home run. And I was like, okay. So we go out to the right field bleachers, and the whole time Shohei's just practicing hitting opposite field doubles. As we're just completely in the wrong section of the stadium, and he's purposely not hitting them over the wall.
That's beautiful in my opinion.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Upton has just... I feel bad for Justin Upton.
I don't.
Wow.
Man. I don't know how you couldn't. Like, he was great for the Tigers.
No, I don't mind him. I have no hatred toward him at all. I just like giving him crap.
It's fair.
I have no ill feelings towards Justin Upton whatsoever.
Any of the Tigers on like 2016, 2017 teams, I understand having a little bit of like,
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing towards him personally. It's just the immense underperformance of
those teams.
Those teams definitely stings, but nothing ill towards him personally.
Was Miggy getting hurt in those 2 seasons? Like,
yeah.
Kind of just disappeared.
Like, yeah. It was like severe injuries, like barely played those 2 years, yeah. 60 games one year and probably around the same.
Great play.
Oh,
Evan, wait. Evan.
Oh, so I was
Evan
asking
White's
you
left
prior
hand.
to broadcast, Nick, but my headset was muted and your mic was not talking. How do you feel about Evan White no longer being the best defensive first base prospect?
Oh wow.
How do you feel about being wrong?
Brandon Marsh, 80 grade fielder already. Now taking up first base.
I still am bothered by the fact that his scouting report had Evan White's defense at a 70 because I always felt like that was wrong, and I feel like it's been proven how wrong it is since he's come up.
I don't know how much of an 80 grade I can give to a first baseman that's solely a first baseman because you, despite being elite at it, you're still restricted no matter what you do.
I think that's fair, but I feel like if you're going to grade someone's defense, you should grade them against the other people at their position and not as an overall. And I also feel like in spite of the fact that he plays first base, I think there's people within baseball who think that he should have been a third baseman because that's how good his glove work is. So I think, even if you're comparing him at other people at his position, he's an 80 grade. And I think if you compare him to people who play premium defensive positions, I think he's still probably an 80 grade.
Maybe just his glove alone. Yeah, the range, third base. Who knows? He could. He's a relatively fast guy too, right? Like
he's really fast.
He's
in like the 90th percentile in sprint speed right now.
His percentile for speed is unreal, especially for first baseman. It's way up there.
Yeah.
Well, he's been surprising a lot of other infielders because he keeps beating out double plays.
So
yes, it's been really frustrating in my opinion. You beat out so many double plays, especially because we don't have Simmons right now. So like it's been LaStella, and LaStella's arm just quite a bit of a notch down.
Well, you've been seeing. I saw Rendon when we were in LA last week. I watched Rendon like come up with a ground ball and look up and immediately realize that he had taken way too much time.
So can I just interrupt with something completely unrelated? The chat wasn't working on my phone, and I just realized how hard it is to navigate the chat and manage the stream at the same time. So can someone just look through the chat, respond to anything real quick?
I'll get chat for sure.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, cause I'm not able to have the chat open at the moment. I have YouTube.
I got it. We have a few here. Ohtani DH only, please. Christian, if you want to elaborate on that. That was
who said that?
Dylan Bundy's Stan account.
Okay, so Mr. Bundy, no, just no. I know, but no. Come on now.
But,
he's such a good pitcher. He's an elite level pitcher that you can't take that away from him.
Yeah, we kind of touched on that earlier. I think even if the Angels were forced to choose one, they would probably choose pitcher over hitter.
Right. Absolutely.
when was the last time he?
Peter says.
When was the last time he played the outfield? Is that still an option?
4 years ago now in Japan.
Never mind.
Minute.
He absolutely, they do think he can play outfield. He's practiced at least in the outfield because most pitchers shag outfield balls anyway. He's certainly fast enough, and he has obviously the arm for it. So I wouldn't mind it.
Has he really not played any outfield since coming over to America?
Well, no, because the first year, he wanted to just get him used to being a two-way player, and then obviously he tore his elbow. And then 2019, he couldn't play outfield at all, and this year. So he was a two-way player over there and playing in the outfield, but he hurt his ankle. He had surgery on his ankle after a bad slide, I think, at second base, and so that's when he started DHing only. Because he was in the outfield during the World Baseball Classic back then. He was also pitching.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was great. That was when
Oh, I don't remember that.
Wait.
the curveball looks great.
Shed Long. Shed Long might be my favorite Mariner.
By far the best name in baseball.
I firmly agree.
I do love me some Kyle Lewis, but Shed Long's the man.
Kyle Lewis is the guy that I know I'm gonna have to hate as a Angels fan because it's so clear. That's a great pitch.
That was a really good pitch.
That's beautiful.
If Bundy can continue to locate his fastball with
that's
how good
pain.
his off-speed stuff is, it becomes such a better pitch. I love that Max Stassi's catching him too, because he needs as many strike calls as possible. Like, there's nothing you can do to that pitch other than maybe, like, if they're shifting against you, looking towards third base.
On
That's
the
a curveball.
That's a curveball right there.
That's a heck of a curveball. Good lord.
His curveball and his slider, oh my god. Great pitch.
How's White looked at the plate?
he's been striking out a lot. He had the one home run in Houston, but most.
Okay.
Hey, at least it crashed during a commercial break. Can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah.
When we get back, I have something from the chat.
Peter was asking about a positional adjustment for the. He was asking if oh crap, I lost it now.
Do tool grades factor in positional adjustment?
adjustment.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'd like to say no. I feel like they just.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
And we're back.
Minor technical difficulties. Emphasis on minor.
Yeah, I
Very,
mean, like,
very minor.
Happened during the commercial break. It's got to be best case scenario for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Peter also says nice drip.
Oh,
It's a
thank you, Peter.
Sweater
Elite
needs to come back
comment
to the
for
shop.
sure. It
I
needs
don't
to
know.
come back, undoubtedly.
There's very low, inconsistent rumbles. Once every 2 weeks, someone's like, "We should bring the store back," and everybody's like, "Yeah," and then we don't do anything about it.
Just give it time. It's just
We've been working on like just designs for everything before we get everything up. In fairness,
We got a couple built up. It's a couple cool ones. I'm not gonna say what they are, but they about them.
right? Ooh, that's a ball.
Well, we got Stassi up.
That was a ball.
Hey, don't complain about that when all you want is for Stassi to frame pitches.
It's true, right? I cannot be mad, but I also can't because like he is by far one of the worst hitters in the league. So you should probably
he's
just
hitting
give him the benefit.
33 with 3 home runs so far this season. I wouldn't.
Yeah, two of them off Marco Gonzalez.
2 of them off Marco Gonzalez, but you know, you take what you can get when you're Max Stassi.
That was a nasty pitch from Taiwan. Is that a slider?
His breaking stuff has looked good so far this year. Is pretty encouraging. His fastball's not nearly as strong as it was when he was originally with the Mariners when he was throwing 98, 99.
Down he goes.
But yeah, I mean, he's consistently throwing 93 with movement, so I take that.
Right. Especially with spot your pitches. That
Yeah.
don't matter. As long as there's movement, you can throw strikes.
Christian, you said Stassi's relationship with Angels fans is a roller coaster.
It's definitely not a good relationship. I mean, he had a negative 37 WRC plus in
That's not ideal for sure.
Pretty sure his swinging strike percentage or his whip percentage was in the 44% area. So just half time he swung right through the ball. It was really not fun. But
Definitely
I had nothing
not
but pure
ideal.
faith in him. Because he is like a top 5 defensive catcher. The season prior in Houston, he had a 100 WRC plus for the whole year, league average, which is 20 above what it would be for a pitcher or a catcher rather. So I do think he can still be upper echelon, especially in tandem with Jason Castro.
For sure, yeah.
He can just be a bit more a Jeff Mathis type.
Exactly.
Right. Jeff Mathis with like the potential of hitting is better.
It's hard to be worse.
He had a hip surgery in the offseason too, and he just looks so much like fuller in his swings. I feel like.
Well, the home runs that he's hit, I've seen 2 of them firsthand, and the home runs that he's hit, he's gotten such good extension, and he looks better at the plate than I've seen him, than I certainly saw him last season.
Yeah, last season it was not fun to watch him. Like you knew he was going to strike out. There was nothing else that he was going to do. But
I'm sorry, I stopped paying attention for a second. Who?
Stassi.
Oh,
Max Stassi.
Well,
when I was seeing him come up in games last season, I just kind of looked at him like he was some kind of new enemy variant of Mike Denino. Was just like he could hit, but he's not gonna. That's blown up in my face this season, but
yeah, a little bit.
He's starting to regress a little now. Tampa Bay is just Tampa Bay. They're always going to make like bad players good, or at least average.
Denino's had a good start this season. Happy about that for him. No ill will to Mike Z. Not from me, anyway. From some Mariners Twitter, but not from me.
We'll just watch.
A good play.
Oh, look at you long.
Your infield defense is actually good this year, and that I have never been able to say that about the Seattle Mariners since I've been born. So.
Yeah, it hasn't. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Shed he didn't have a great defensive week last year, but he's the Mariners infield coach is Perry Hill, and he's not traveling. He's not with the team this year because he is a somewhat older gentleman.
Right.
And JP and Shed have both been pretty vocal about they're going to miss having him around this season. But I think Perry's definitely watching all these games, so I think they're in a lot of contact with Perry Hill about whatever he's seeing and stuff like that. So Shed had a pretty rough defensive week last week. He miffed a few plays. He was overly aggressive on some ground balls. He had a couple bad throws. And
right.
I think he's probably just been working and talking with Perry, and he's looked a lot better this week. I don't think he's made an error yet this week. He made like 3 last week, so that's good.
Marcus Semien type beat with Ron Washington.
Yeah, exactly.
True, yeah. I like how we got these Joe Adele like commercials. He gets called up and now he's got his own like ad campaign.
Oh yeah, he's been in the Adidas commercial with Bregman and a couple other players. It's been pretty nice just to see him with like actual stars and him not being the only prospect there and whatnot. It's cool.
Right.
So Dylan,
his sister, good softball player, I guess.
Dylan, why can't I pronounce words today? Dylan Bundy on account says that Bundy really is going to need a complete game shutout to win the game. So,
yeah, it's looking like that.
I think Dylan Bundy's stand account is overvaluing the Mariners' bullpen's ability to stop the Angels from scoring runs.
That is true. That is true. I just hope that Dylan Bundy is efficient throughout the entire game. That's such a nasty
That
curveball.
curveball, something, man. Jeez.
This is what I've been trying to tell you, Scott. Like that curve,
He is
man.
not Shane Bieber.
No, that's Clayton Kershaw now. That's prime
okay.
Kershaw.
All right, yeah.
Just had to throw that one out there.
For sure.
By the way, Chris, the Ohtani home run wasn't a barrel. It had a expected batting average of 330.
It was definitely not the best of home runs that he has hit.
Yeah, it went 351.
Like barely over. I love that.
Now he says it's Kershaw-esque, to be honest.
That's what Dylan Bundy said? Yeah. I knew he was going to say that one. Very Kershaw-esque, if I'm being honest with you. But yes, again, his peripherals exactly like Shane Bieber. The only difference between the two is that Shane Bieber has a better fastball, obviously, and he doesn't throw his fastball as much as Dylan Bundy does. But this season, Dylan Bundy's been throwing his slider and just breaking pitches really half the time, and it's been great. Makes his fastball better because it has movement and it's more deceiving. It's great.
The other difference is Bieber had like 30 strikeouts in 12 innings. That's also a pretty big difference.
Also that, but like Bundy's getting strikeouts. Not a Bieber face, but Bundy also had to face the Astros and the Athletics, not the Royals and the White Sox. So
that's fair. That's very aggressively fair.
White Sox slander is always tolerated.
Yeah.
in this house, we slander the White Sox.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Man, that curve is something, man.
Wow. That is something.
I think something.
You're gonna see that one on Pitching Ninja later on. I'm telling you.
Bundy said every single one of his off speeds are a plus.
Yeah, his changeup's nasty. His slider's nasty. His all his breaking stuff and off speed. Yeah, absolutely.
White Sox suck. Am I right? Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Yes, very.
He was big correct.
I've never seen someone hate a team as much as Chris hates the White Sox.
It's like the most uncalled for slander as well. Like I have no memory of the 2005 postseason. They always bring that up with me when they're arguing. Ooh,
yikes!
Good. I have no memory of that. Like the check swing strikeout that wasn't a strikeout, I guess, that didn't end the game, so we lost it. It does not bother me because like I never watched it live, so it doesn't hurt.
It's just the thing with me is they're
fan base.
Well, like I don't have a problem with White Sox fans. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that. It's just every year I especially being a fan of a division rival of them, like every year I always hear like this is the year, like all the kids are in the show now, like this is the year we're gonna start like dominating the Central, and then it just like never happens. And I have to hear about it every single year. And I just make fun of them for that. For the fact that it every year is apparently the White Sox year, and it's never been their year.
It's a lot like I equate it because I'm a Seahawks fan, so I equate it to looking across the aisle and seeing Niner fans like screaming at each other all the time too. They're always saying the same stuff.
Give me that call, man. Give me that call.
Yeah,
you're gonna give them that call. You give me that call, please. Especially how good he's been.
Maybe if he framed it better.
Oh, he's gonna do it again.
There's a little bit more outside.
That one.
Man.
Yeah, at least the fastball. If he gets called a strike, hey, it's okay. It's okay to be called a strike, especially because he's been calling it to them.
Warriors.
Babbitt Merchants.
Warriors.
I cannot believe it.
Love to see it.
They should be the Seattle Warriors.
The Seattle Merchants. That's what it is.
The Seattle Merchants.
Oh my goodness.
Babbitt Warriors.
What's the expected batting average on this? I'm calling no less than like 120.
That's.
You're going to be shocked. It's 930.
The expected batting average does looked at where the fielders are in correlation to
Yeah.
where the pop fly is, so that's okay. But it's still just ridiculous. Oop, that's a
Habit bandits.
bandits, merchants, warriors, anything. Not fun. Not fun seeing that drop, knowing that it will never drop for us, you know? Laptop.
Mariners are borrowing some energy from the Seattle Cheathawks. And I'm so here for that. Uh-oh.
Oh boy. I wonder if this
A
is.
lot of the curve.
Oh, Chris gone. But I wonder if this is a real Bundy. What happened to him in Baltimore that made him? What's the word I'm looking for? Besides bad.
Valid question.
Yeah.
You're muted.
His
There you go,
problem
buddy.
was his fastball. He threw way more, about like 20%, and it's not a good fastball at all. And also, he played in Baltimore, which is a very, very, very friendly hitter's
Hitter
park.
friendly, yeah.
And now he's going to the American League West, that has at least 3 very pitcher-friendly parks, and it's better for him. He also has Mickey Callaway. That's such a nasty slider away. Oh my goodness.
He's nice with it.
He's nice with it.
He's
That's
nice
for
with
sure.
it.
Very Shane Bieber-esque right now, let me tell you.
Yeah,
He
no,
said,
I'll
let me
give
tell
that.
you. Let me tell you.
I'll give you that right now. That inning was filthy.
Yeah. It's so validating. I've been so hyped for Dylan Bundy since we acquired him. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that even like Baltimore fans, they're happy for him too.
Right.
Because
Yeah, I like seeing that.
He was supposed to be their ace at one point.
oh yeah.
Well, I guess,
Tommy John.
he was their ace, I guess I should say at one point.
He was supposed to be like an ace of
Yeah,
aces.
he was supposed to be the ace, yeah.
He used to hit 99 one now, right? Or am I just completely off target there?
He definitely used to throw a lot faster, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Dylan Bundy, LOL.
Oh my god.
Who would use that? Dylan Bundy, LOL.
I think Dylan Bundy's Stan account's having more fun doing this than we are.
What did he ask?
He didn't ask anything.
He just made up a quote. He said, Dylan Bundy, LOL. Who would stand Dylan Bundy, LOL?
Couldn't be me.
He's ahead of the curve on that one. You got to give him props.
You really do.
Really do.
He's
Very actively having him play for things. So I'm curious to see if they think he's going to be able to steal some at bats there, because there's no at bats for him at all in the outfield right now, which breaks my heart. So it's interesting. I love Brandon Marsh.
That is interesting.
Great walk percentage and like really good power. Not to mention he's fast as hell. That's going to be so much fun. American League West, just their young youth that's coming up, is so much fun. It's a shame the Astros had to be brought into this.
I agree.
I love how nobody in the AL West likes the Astros, like before the cheating thing. Like, I like how you guys just don't. You guys are just like, yeah, they're not actually part of us. Like,
I don't blame the Houston Astros for being brought into the AL West. I blame them for existing, but I blame Bud Selig for bringing them into the AL West.
Right. Because firstly, they should be in the National League. We should have been given either Diamondbacks. Ooh, that's a base hit.
Babbitt
Merchant, baby. I love that.
Now
Oh,
he loves it. He
I
hated,
love
he
that.
hated it 10 minutes
It
ago.
never happened.
Now he
I'm
loves
so
it.
happy. So happy the one time we're all on Angels game and I get to see that. I'm used to that just being a line drive right to Kyle Seager.
I remember that having that conversation with you, Christian, a couple of weeks ago, where you were like, "Yeah, no, we just like." You said you're a part of a bunch of AL West chats, and they just don't allow Astros fans. They're just like,
Dude,
"Yeah,
they
you
suck.
guys aren't part of it. You don't
It's
get
like
it."
it's like the Fire Nation to me. That's
I
all
agree.
That's
like
fair. That's
everything's peace within everything, and then they came and it all changed.
they they can.
And don't
I
and
say
struggle.
all the time that my 5 least favorite teams in Major League Baseball are the Astros, the Angels, the Astros, and the A's.
It's fair. Texas doesn't even deserve a shout out there.
I
No.
can't hate the Mariners because they've never been good. I can't hate them. They've had fun players, so it's hard to hate the Mariners.
And I never disliked the Rangers. I always just disliked A-Rod.
That's fair.
I wasn't like baseball fan during the A-Rod saga, just because of my age. So
My parents raised me to dislike A-Rod, and I think they did a good job.
Wow.
I was raised.
You
to
can't
dislike
be a Mariners fan like A-Rod.
I was raised to dislike Josh Hamilton, and then the Angels signed him, and then I was able to dislike him even more after that. So
Well, why would you like to elaborate on that? Why is that exactly?
well, he's horrendous. Horrendous.
Just say the same
he's
reason why you hate Albert
worst.
Pujols.
Oh, pretty much, except like Albert Pujols-
Hamilton didn't slander the Angels fans, to my knowledge, at
guess.
least.
No, Albert Pujols slandered Angels fans and broke my heart because I was a childhood fan of him. Still have his poster on my wall, no matter what. Josh Hamilton is a genuinely bad person, so we can just push him off the side. It's okay.
I know some people that would disagree with that.
Yeah, a very certain Skip.
Don't read that, Scott.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Don't read that one.
Yeah, I'm good there.
We see it, but we're not reading it.
The Pujols comment
Ooh.
is
Wow.
honestly, it's fascinating to me that he like had the stones to go up there and say that.
What did he say?
Like he said that he was glad that Mike Trout is gonna meet and be at a real baseball fans and baseball stadium. Like you were saying,
It was
Cardinal
before.
fans,
You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It was his first game back in St. Louis after he signed with the Angels, and he said, "I'm glad I get to show Trout real baseball fans."
And like, ooh, Trout was leaning indeed. That's
No, missed him with the tag. That was very close.
It was close.
Yeah, I don't understand it from him. Like, it's not like our fans don't show up. They're not the loudest, but like, you also don't deserve to be rooted for when you have not shown any bit of good in your career with us.
Well, there still is this kind of persistent belief, especially
Oh, it's a walk. Never mind.
Yeah.
especially among people. They're the best baseball fans.
Best baseball fans and whatnot.
Cannot stand the Cardinals.
No, I think all four of us here can all agree it's at DC.
Cannot stand the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
It's just been my man.
Shout out the Angels scoring 60% of their runs on home runs. That feels good. That never happens with us.
Man, the Tigers a week into the season were at 80%.
Good Lord. That's
Oh
sustainable.
That's
Taiwan,
what we
what's
call,
going on,
yeah, especially when your
no
best
control
home
of
run
that
hitters
fastball
are
right now.
Jonathan Scope and CJ Crone. Definitely not sustainable.
Yeah, trainer's coming out. I wonder if Taiwan's feeling okay.
Wow.
I didn't see
Because he's
anything
just
on
lost
pitch,
all
did
form.
you?
No,
But
he
he's lost
his
all
command.
forms of fastball control.
Yeah,
He's way up
it's
in
just not
zone.
there.
I like his glove.
Love his gas. I just saw that.
Nick and I have had this conversation on a multitude of times. I've always believed that the Mariners need to leave their American League and just go to the National League, be a National League West team, because I can root for them because they had everything of the makings to be a very fun team to root for. But I will never root for them. I'll never be happy for them as long as they're in the American League West.
So who?
Like my ideal, yes, it would be the Padres and the. Oh no, I lost it. It'd be the Padres going to the American League, and then Mariners going to the National League. But you have to move at least one of the Texas teams. There should not be two Texas teams in the same division.
I agree.
So
one
you
of them to Portland or
you could put
Phoenix
Texas Rangers or even the Astros. Probably put the Rangers. You can put the Rangers in the National League West, and then give us like the Rockies maybe. And I think the division then would be much more even at least.
I don't mind that.
Trading the Mariners and Padres, these are two young teams with super, super talent core, but like surface level, they're still not there yet. And then Rangers and Rockies are in the same boat of where they're just not that good. Yeah, they need to get Walker out of here quickly.
Yeah, I think.
Although it is bases loaded, who knows if the Angels get close to scoring here.
No outs, bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah, we did that 3 times in Oakland in one game and didn't score once.
That's fair.
I think we were 0 for 11 to start the year this year with the bases loaded. So,
definitely, as a wise man once said, it's definitely not how you drew it up.
Not how you drew it up. That's for
definitely
sure.
Not.
I love Tommy La Stella. I think he has one of the most coolest compact swings of the guy.
He has a very pretty swing.
Remember when you just...
No reason why he should be good.
Remember when you just dipped on the Cubs that one year?
Was that him that just left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expect it.
Really? I didn't know that was him.
Because Madden still absolutely loves him, while he was in Chicago, and he came back to Anaheim super stoked for him to be here. So that's even cool. That's even weirder now that he completely gets out on the Cubs. Because I remember that story happening. I just didn't realize it was Estella. Didn't Anthony Ghosts also do that in Detroit?
Anthony Ghosts
at the base hit Estella, 1-run scores. Oh, you love that.
Well, I thought they might have floored it and tried to get 2 in. Oh, it's Rendon. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
What are you asking? Did Ghost do?
He was the one with Detroit where he just straight up left your AAA club, right? He was just not gonna play for them when he got demoted.
Wait.
No, so that we switched him to pitcher, and that's why he got demoted.
Yeah.
So there was rumors that he was very unhappy after he got demoted. Yes, but then we switched him from an outfielder because he could barely hit water if he fell out of a boat, and he could throw. He could throw. I mean, he was throwing 98. Oh, did that hit him?
Yep.
Wow. He was throwing. They need to pull him. I don't know why he's still in
that at bat to La Stella. The first strike he threw, he took 4 miles an hour off his fastball and got it in the zone, and then he threw the same pitch in the same spot, and then that pitch he went back up to 94 and was just way up and inside again.
I mean, I'll take it because Justin Upton will take that. That's for sure. He needs something like that.
Well, the trainer was just out there, and Taiwan clearly said nothing was wrong, but I'm inclined to stop believing him.
Or he just lost it.
I don't know if he's hurt. He might just have lost his confidence in his pitch.
That was 89.
Yeah, I see he dropped the speed
down the middle. Granted, Brian Goodwin is regressing to what Brian Goodwin is, which is
granted.
Very sad.
I don't care. I love Brian Goodwin.
So,
as someone who is not an Angels fan, I love Brian Goodwin, bro.
Firstly, he reps Nipsey
so cool.
and Kobe
yeah,
on his cleats.
Absolutely.
Those cleats were awesome.
Hard.
His Twitter account is the funniest thing to me. Because he just posts so random, out of context things.
It's so funny.
I love them so much. And he clearly has fun while he plays.
This man just randomly go up to 94.
Yeah, I don't know. I
feel
he just threw that one 94, and it was up in the zone, but it was in the zone. So I just I don't
The
know.
second pitch was also 94, but it was right down the middle, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh."
But the first one was 89.
Yeah, in a spot where you don't want to throw 89 either.
If Max Stassi hits a grand slam here, Dylan Bundy Stan account, I will not be on this broadcast anymore.
He says, Stassi grand slam here, you have to fear.
I would cry literal tears if Max Stassi hit a grand slam.
I will get up and I will go make my lunch, and I will come back in probably an inning and a half.
Dude, he's throwing it a little close to
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Your comfort, I gotta say.
This is something we're all kind of like.
It's definitely not how he's drawing it up.
There would be tears running down my
Look at the little
face.
piece of hair coming out of one of the air
Yeah,
holes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Him and Travis Darnaud always have that. Yep, like
Look
that.
at him work the count. All right.
So it's so nice to see him take pitches too.
This dude in the bullpen looks 12 years old.
That's Joey Gerber.
Oh, it is Gerber.
24 years old, just made his major league debut on, what is today, Thursday? On Tuesday.
Oh! Oh!
Did you do it? Oh my.
Oh! He's sweating after that one. He's sweating. Yeah, that was not.
I want to be clear. I didn't want to leave, but I am hungry.
He didn't want to leave, but he would.
You would have to.
Man. Please, Stassi, I want to. He says, "I want to see Nick weep." That one got the heart racing.
Yeah, that one did a little bit.
I love Max Stassi, dude.
Maybe.
I also really like Luis Rengifo. Granted, I know why someone here can't like him, but I love him.
I like Luis Rengifo. I want to be clear. Like, I do like Luis Rengifo. I just don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive him for breaking up Mike Leake's perfect game.
Understandable. I can't hate
One
that.
out in the ninth.
It was great. It was great.
It was sad.
That
That would have been
was
the second perfect game I'd ever seen live.
You were at
That'd be crazy.
For the most unlikely perfect games they would have been, because the one I have seen was Philip Humber's perfect
Oh,
game.
oh,
No, you had the.
No way.
I was at that game. I still have the video on my phone.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Great, throwback Thursday type photos.
Is Felix the most recent perfect game?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, still.
read
2015.
Most recent, yeah. And this is
Yeah.
one of the longest droughts we've gone, yeah?
Oh yeah. We had the 3-1 year. I thought that was the year through his. Was that
Yeah.
12? Is that 12?
I thought it was 12. Yeah,
I think it was 12.
it was
He
him.
won his Cy Young in 12. I don't think he won his Cy Young the same year he threw his perfect game, but a quick Google search can find that.
Right. It was him, Humber, and I believe Matt Cain.
Well, when
Oh, yeah.
was
August 15th, 2012. We're coming up on it.
Yes, sir. Like that. Good for us, Scott. Also, the Galarraga year.
that was 11.
Oh, 11. That would have been
Time
interesting.
was
No,
done.
it's 10. Yeah.
10, I think. Yeah, I think this was
Oh,
the
yeah.
10th
No, you're right. Because
Yeah.
2009 was the year Corey Kluber absolutely stole it.
Right.
That was baloney.
I used to think that Jerry Weaver should have won at least one. I think it was the year that David Price won. I was so mad that Jerry Weaver didn't win. And I don't think he led in a single stat, but I was like, he's just clearly the better pitcher here.
So,
Carlos Guillen is Jerry Weaver's father.
No, dude, please don't. That clip
Did it.
pissed me off.
No, you know what pisses me off is the fact that your retaliation was A, throwing at Avila's head, which is Bush League, but B, then you broke up Verlander's no-hitter with a bunt. That was your
I
retaliation.
remember that.
Eric
Was that
Ibar
the
lays a
game?
bunt. Yeah, it was it was after that. It was
Yeah,
2 innings later.
Oh, dude, I remember that. Verlander was on site with Eric Ibar for a little bit there.
He was, dude, his post-game interview, he was livid. He called you guys Bush League. He's like, it's an embarrassment.
That was the
Like,
game
he was
that made me
so mad.
love Eric Ibar for the rest of my life and dislike Verlander even a little bit more. I would agree.
Well, yeah. That's
So
fair.
somehow Walker did not have a barrel. Yeah.
Wow.
You love to see that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still no barrels on the season.
You do love that.
He may have an ERA north of 5, but he has not been barreled. That's what matters.
That is what matters. That's what we care about here. Flesh Grand Slam here. Some are saying he's hot.
Full etch at the Grand Slam.
Angels Twitter will implode if David Fletcher hits a Grand Slam.
Ooh, yeah. Like, if Trout hits a Grand Slam, it's, Trout's the GOAT. Yeah. Fletcher hits a Grand Slam. Oh, buddy.
Angels Twitter will explode, yeah.
Like
not a great line for Walker.
69 pitches, though.
That's nice.
Very nice.
That's nice for sure.
Never miss an opportunity.
Never.
Hey, yeah. Illegal.
Wow. First pitch.
His delivery is interesting. He's really quick.
He's just a ball of arms and legs. He's like 6'4", and he just throws everything at you at once.
His mechanics are interesting.
Is he only going to be a reliever, or is he going to be in the starting?
No, he's a reliever.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't too sure. Is that like future closer type reliever, or?
He could be. I don't know. I don't know about that. We have other guys. We have Sam Delaplane, who's another reliever, who's probably more on the closer train, or like at least setup guy type beat than maybe Gerber is. I think Gerber's probably more just like late relief. Or it looks like they plan to use him a bit in long relief here, which is fine. He only just came up on Tuesday, so I'm sure he's wants the innings, and I'm sure the organization's willing to give him to him.
Right, yeah, because he's the only person in that bullpen worth the damn anyway to them.
And he's also the freshest right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sad you demoted Brian Shaw before today. I was really hoping I was going to be able to.
I am not.
I don't.
I'm very not sad about that.
At this point.
I'm about that. Let me tell you, I was ready for some offense.
Show me the list of people that are sad that Brian Shaw is not currently on a Major League Baseball roster, and I'll show you a list of people who I don't want to talk about baseball with.
I'm only mad as a member of the Angels fan base.
Sorry, what?
Said I'm only sad as a member of the Angels fan base.
And I said, sorry, what?
Oh,
and I said, what? How do you feel about the that article about Kelenic getting called up?
The Corey Brock one from the Athletic today. I agree with a lot. I find myself. I was talking about this earlier. I am extraordinarily conflicted on whether or not I want Kelenic to come up this season. And I wrote in my season preview for the Mariners that
which is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Phenomenal.
I appreciate that.
I loved it. I have no rooting interest in the Mariners at all, and it was one of my favorites.
I wrote in that preview at the end of it that the earliest you can expect to see Kelenic is 2021. I still believe that's the case. I'm not entirely sure if that is the best call, but if Jerry DiPoto is to be believed, that is exactly the case. He has no intention of putting him up this season.
Right.
And I get why. It's a bummer, but I get why. But they don't want to rush him. They've been very clear to say that they're not doing it because they don't they want to extend his. They don't want to extend his. Oh, Dylan. Daniel Vogel.
Wow.
Oh man, was that Vogelbach?
Got into that one, big boy.
That.
Love to see it.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, DePoto's been very clear that he doesn't want it to be believed that they're not bringing him up because they don't want his arbitration to start too soon.
Right.
And in a couple weeks here, it's not going to matter anymore. The earliest within the next couple weeks, the earliest his arbitration starts is 2027. They just are kind of holding back. Last season, they were very clear that one of the reasons Evan White didn't get brought up to AAA is because a lot of these future Mariners that the prospects, the team's the most excited about, were all on that AA team. That was guys Joey Gerber, Sam Delaplane, Evan White, Jared Kelenic was on that team. They kept that whole team together because they went super deep in the playoffs that season. But also, they just wanted those guys to get comfortable, playing with each other and being teammates.
Sure,
We'll go back.
that's what we've done a lot with.
Mize and them.
Yeah, Mize, Manning, Skubal, Faedo, all those dudes. Perez even. We got Jake Rogers in the Verlander deal, who's our top catching prospect, and they were all probably could have been called up. There's Shed, the man. They could have been called up, and they just wanted to get the feeling of what ideally would be our catcher for the next several years to have a good, framework with our rotation for the next several years. So that totally makes sense.
Yeah. And then, so in that vein, Corey Brock mentioned this in his article with The Athletic that came out this morning. But one of the reasons, and this is the one I believe the most firmly why the Mariners aren't going to bring Kelenic up, is Kelenic and other future Mariners phenom outfielder Julio Rodriguez have a very fast friendship that started last season in spring training.
Gotta love that.
If you follow the two of them on Instagram, which I recommend, you'll see a lot of that, of them just poking at each other in their post comments. But they're really, really good friends. And so I think the team is all too happy to
keep them together.
Just fuel that and keep them together in Tacoma this season. And Julio's not working out with the team right now because he has the hairline fracture in his left wrist. But I keep them together, let them be friends, I think is fine. If the team decides, if someone finally breaks Jerry and gets him to call him up, that'd be fine with me. But if they didn't, that's also fine with me.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very fair.
I'm at the point where we're so deep in this rebuild, I'm just willing to trust Jerry Dipoto with whatever he does because I have no other choice.
Yeah, pretty much. That's fair.
I feel that.
I couldn't imagine giving my life for Jerry Dipoto, to be honest. But he's done such a good job there. But.
I mean, he took a bottom 3 farm system and made it top 5, arguably top 3 in 2 years.
It's impressive. For sure.
There's a lot to be said about that.
He took a bottom 30 farm system and he made it the worst farm system ever created before Detroit. 2016 was that for you?
So I
learned his lesson.
I wanted to send you. For some reason, I couldn't get the article to send, but I still have it on my phone. There was one where they because they came out with this year's prospect rankings a couple of days ago, right? So in sight of that, there was an article where they wrote the worst because they have that point scale.
Yeah.
So this year, the Tigers have the most prospect points in all of baseball. And they looked back, and the 2 worst farm systems since they started doing it, 30th is the Tigers and 29th is the Angels.
Yeah, it bodes well. We were that bad. I remember the Keith Law article.
Yeah.
I never forgave Keith Law.
For about a 5-year stretch, we had a top 100 prospect for about 2 months. in that 5-year stretch.
Good
That
Lord.
was, yeah. But to be completely fair, like I
Would do it all again.
I don't, and like in the Angels case, like they had that bad of a farm system and like weren't consistently making the playoffs. Like we had the best roster in baseball.
Yeah.
I didn't care that we had a bad farm system. It didn't bother me at all.
I feel like the Red Sox were in that same position 2 years ago.
Mhm.
That's just the Dave
Yeah.
Dombrowski method. That's just
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah.
That's just him.
Oh,
Or
He's
his
done it
turn.
everywhere he's been. What he's
Guess
done.
where Dave Dombrowski's going next?
Nashville,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh no, he's gonna
Yeah.
go to Anaheim. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
Nashville.
In fair,
If they get the team. If they don't get the team, I know exactly where he's gonna go. He's gonna go to Anaheim. He's gonna trade Brandon Marsh away for someone probably really good. It's gonna be really good, and I'm gonna cry a lot about it
Ramon
because
Marquez.
in
He
the same note of Julio and Kalenic, it's the same exact way with Adele and Marsh. Just since they both got drafted the same year, and whatnot, they've just been best friends for the longest now.
Yeah.
Even like during Adele's first AB, Brandon Marsh was live streaming himself watching it, and he was screaming when he got that hit.
That's
That's
cool.
cool. That is cool.
I was screaming. I was like, love that.
Man, this dude's mechanics are wild.
Wild. So fast.
It reminds me a lot
How hard
of
does he throw? Nick?
Carson Palmer.
That was 93.
I feel like he tipped that slider a lot. I feel like that was a way different release point than the fastball.
Yeah. Still got Trout. So. Ooh.
Still got him, yeah.
He has such a low release point too, which I feel like so much of the reason why Mike Trout likes hitting in Seattle is because he sees the ball better off the Seattle's batter's eye than anywhere else in the league.
Sure.
And that release point's so low, it probably takes some of that away from Trout. And it's also just like such a funky windup that he's never seen before.
I think he actually admitted to that at one point. I forgot where I saw it.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I'm pretty sure that's been in an article that it's his favorite place to hit. Ooh.
Yeah, he said it publicly.
Not Rendon again. His on base percentage is like 500, and he's hitting like 120. It's really fun.
Babbitt slob.
That got the umpire in the face.
Oh yeah,
square in the face.
I've always wondered if when umpires get hit like that, do they blame it on the pitcher and then give them?
They usually blame it on the catcher.
Yeah,
like, hey, you're supposed to protect me from that.
It is definitely blamed on the catcher quite often. Can confirm.
I've definitely been blamed, by umpires like that. But I've always wondered if they like kind of just don't give you a strike call here and there because they got hit. Stupid.
So Bundy stand account says Rendon's second best AB in an Angel uniform.
It's true because he's had like 4 ABs. He's just walked so much. It's weird. They've walked him like nonstop. They're pitching straight to Trout, but Rendon.
Interesting.
Joey Gerber.
Gerber tweeted yesterday after his debut on Tuesday and was like, "Yeah, like 4 years ago, I was throwing like innings
they're
independent in an independent league town ball game, and then yesterday I made my debut against Albert Pujols.
40-year-old.
Thought that was pretty cool.
Albert Pujols.
45.
That's still Albert Pujols. That
Still
name is
wow.
still.
As a debut to face him, your first batter, pretty cool because you just got out a guaranteed Hall of Famer, even if he's guaranteed out right now.
Yeah,
you still
they
gotta
can be this. They can be the same thing at the same, or they can be different things at the same time.
Like no matter what, when you tell a story, I made my major league debut and forced Albert Pujols to ground out. It's a game winner no matter what. It's best debut possible.
What I got Albert Pujols to ground out my first facing my first batter, and they were like, "What year was it?" And you'll be like, "Sorry, what? I can't hear you. I'm going this way."
Bad connection.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Peyton, how does it feel that Kyle Lewis has the day off today?
Man, And the shit. What is this?
Pain. That's what it feels like. Just pain.
Yeah. I'm a little bummed too.
Ain't a very big Kyle Lewis fan. In the
I think he's gonna have at least one pin shit appearance today.
I'd say that's probably decently likely as well.
Like they're not gonna get Malik Smith in that bat in the 9th inning. There's just
No, you're probably right. 8th, 9th inning, Malik's probably comes out for Kyle. I can see that.
What's his strikeout rate right now? Because
it's pretty high. He's been striking out a lot.
I saw him launching. It was just not where you wanted to be when you're locked in right now, which kind of scares me because he's still hitting as good as he is without a.
Well, he clobbered that Justin Verlander pitch in the first game of the season, and then ever since then he's gotten such a steady diet of breaking balls because everyone's just like, okay, this kid can hit a ton off the fastball. Yeah. Can he hit the breaking ball? And since then he's proven he can. He's just also proven he can swing through a good amount of pitches too. But he hit his first double yesterday of the season. Everything else has been singles.
Did he hit a double in that 7th or 8th inning, whatever, when Adele just played it?
Late inning double, yeah.
It might have been the one to the right field where
it was it was off the
wall.
Way deep to right field off the wall. I thought it was a home run off the bat.
People were criticizing Adele for not getting that ball, and I was like, he just hit that off the bat 101, and it hit off the top of the wall, and you guys are mad because Adele couldn't grab that when he's playing.
Yeah, and the right field corner in Seattle's weird too.
Yeah, and he was playing right center, so he wasn't even leaning that way. It was people are ridiculous.
And the ball's tailing away from him. It looks like it might be a home run.
I get being upset with him because of the play right before that was also a misplayed double. But that was more Trout's fault than it is Joe Adele, so I don't care. I can blame Trout at center field all I want.
Yeah. Alex Smith trying to bunt to start the 5th. Can we just put Kyle Lewis in now?
For real? His shade is sick.
Hang on. I'm going to see if Scott can hear me. Hey, Scott.
Wow.
His chain is sick.
Yeah, it is.
He reps Florida real hard. He's proud of where he's from.
Good. Oh. That's a throw striker when you're trying to bunt. I like that.
I think I'm obliged to mention that Malik Smith has a 276 OPS right now.
276? Oh, now it's 274.
I think, what's he batting like? Hang on.
0.24 or 0.74?
It's, hang on. He's hitting 0.74. Less now.
0.69.
Yeah. 0.72 now.
0.69.
Nice,
hey,
nice.
You love to see that, actually.
Nice.
I rescind my statement.
Also going to mention that Max.
Joe Hudson. How do you like Joe Hudson? Because I don't really know him.
What was that, Peyton?
Also going to mention that Max Stassi has a 1181 OPS.
Peyton, can you do me a favor? Can you find out how much that is against the Mariners?
I'm pretty sure all of it, if I'm being honest with you. He has not played much. He had 2 starts against Marco Gonzalez where he hit 2 home runs. So, and then other than that, he's only done the Bundy starts.
He's just like the Bundy's private catcher. Is that what it is?
In a sense, yeah. Also, whenever a left-handed pitcher comes up, he's going to be he platoons Castro. Good pitch. Is Joe Hudson good or relevant at all, or is he going to be there? That's times forget.
Wow.
So, nice grab. Evan White could never.
Okay, Christian.
I watched him do it to Trout 5 times in one game.
That's a play, man.
God, that was a good play. Look at him get up on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Better than Matt Chapman, am I right, boys?
Nope, you're not.
Who?
Exactly. No one knows that fraud.
I don't know who that is.
Christian is very pro Chapman, but now all of a sudden he's not.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate when like Angel fans are hyping up Rendon. I'm like, he's not better. But
Yeah,
like, I can't not say that. You know, I gotta gas my player.
yeah.
So on the timeline, I say Chapman, Rendon, but in the group chat, it's always Rendon, Chapman.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
sure,
yeah.
Sure.
Behind closed doors, the real Christian comes out.
The real Christian.
What was I looking for? Oh.
That's a pitch.
Yeah, it is. That's money.
Yeah,
He can continue to locate his fastball there, like,
that's paint for sure.
and we gave, I think, 4 or 5 prospects to the Baltimore Orioles for Dylan Bundy, and probably none of them would have made even the 60-man roster for the Angels, but one of them is actually going to be on the Orioles Major League roster pretty soon here, so it's interesting. But yeah, none of them were even on the Angels 60-man. So people were like upset with that trade because, oh no, we gave up 5 prospects. You couldn't name them. You didn't know they existed. But oh no,
Right.
we gave.
Yeah, right.
So Max that
Bundy says he says you lie to us, Christian.
About what?
He said you lie to us with a question mark. You talking about Chapman and Rendon.
Oh, maybe yeah. It's absolutely Chapman better than Rendon. Like that.
He
It's
says you lie to us.
I have to lie to you with that. Usually, because beforehand when I would say Chapman Rendon better in chat, like I would get slandered for it.
Right.
Even though
No,
and I was like, Rendon better. I don't care. I'll hide it today. I'll eat it.
So Max Stassi has a 20.45 OPS against the Mariners.
Holy shit.
Man.
That's what I love to see. Probably like a 1 point or probably a 2 slugging at this point. Like just get him out of there. Just intentionally walk Max Stassi if you're Marco Gonzalez and have runners in the corners because it's not going to end well for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is the plan now.
That's
This is the way.
I have found it very interesting that you guys are refusing to walk Mike Trout. Bob Melvin is like, you're either going to hit a home run against us or you're going to strike out or hit a home run. He won't do anything else for Trout now. You guys are like just pitching to him like he's a normal person, and it's obviously costing you, but like
he's a normal person.
It's interesting to see them pitch straight to the guy that's owned him his entire career.
I'm not really sure I know why. I maybe it's just this attitude of just like, yeah, he's good, but he's not invincible.
All right, but like if there was anyone to be invincible, it's Mike Trout. He doesn't have a flaw.
Well, yeah, but even the Mets threw to Chipper Jones.
Yeah, and he hit like 390 again.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Maybe it's not the best idea, but it's what they're doing.
Like if Trout just had a 1,000 on base percentage against the Mariners, it would benefit you more than if he was being 450 and slugging 930 against you as per usual.
He doesn't steal anymore, so yeah, that's a good point.
It's fun. I like that he doesn't steal. Very pro not stealing Mike Trout. I'd like to say it, and hitting at stadiums because we've been talking about that. His highest OPS is actually at Yankee Stadium. Shout out Sonny Gray.
Oh my God! Why?
Sonny Gray, Peyton, Yankee Sonny Gray. You want to talk about that?
We talk about how they had J.A. Happ, Sonny Gray, and Lance Lynn on the same team, and only kept J.A. Happ.
It's a good take.
Excuse me, let me phrase that. They should have kept Sonny and got rid of Larry. I hate Larry so much because of what happened to Sonny Gray.
Larry, wow.
Yeah, no, that's probably fair.
Yeah.
He's been good literally everywhere else he's been.
How long is Larry, was he with the Yankees for? He was there with Girardi and whatnot, right?
I don't remember exactly how long. I feel like it's 2011, but it might be much earlier than that.
And he is gone now,
Yeah,
though, right?
he's
Like,
with
he is finally
he's with the Padres. So don't
Padres. That's interesting
don't
because
ask me how that's working so well for them.
I'm gonna say, like, I think Larry's the last guy you want to bring into a young pitcher.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a young, like full of potential, like pitching room. That's interesting.
Nasty pitchers. Yeah.
For sure. That bullpen is filthy.
I can't believe their starting pitching is already as good as it is, and
Yeah,
they still
true.
have like.
Shout out Garrett Richards.
I love him. It's one of the nastiest pitchers in the league of just pure stuff.
Literally, his stuff is unreal.
I am a smart.
I hate Boston. I hate Fenway's field, everything about Fenway, for the memory it has of Garrett Richards busting his knee open there.
Yeah, I remember that. I was at work that day and just like looked up at the bar TV and saw the replay, and I was just like, "Oh God!"
That was rough.
So I am smart from 2011 to last year.
Nice.
Look at Goodwin. I love Brian Goodwin, man.
Love Brian Goodwin. Like it's frustrating to watch occasionally, but he's so fun. Look at him go, man. Go for two. Oh, you're absolutely done.
Oh my God, Malik
wow.
Smith has his glove out again.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. He wears the mask in the outfield. In the infield, I can absolutely see it, but
he is
where's it just
he has been very public about saying, like, people have asked him, like, you're awfully fond of your mask, and he's like, yeah, you're probably never gonna see me without it.
Good
I
for
like
him.
that.
Good for him.
The league should have implemented that every single person wears the mask, and I know they're doing it now. Now that they're
so many rules they're just implementing now that should have been implemented before the season started.
People on the field don't have to wear the mask, and it's still that even bothers me. Like, and Matt Olson puts a mask on every time at first base. The moment someone gets on, he just has that one where he can flip it on. And Trout,
first base, it makes so much sense for first base.
But, I mean, you just know that most baseball players aren't going to wear the mask for various reasons.
Yeah.
For sure.
Any Stassi fly ball just makes me happy.
Oh, Stassi. Oh, wow. He just missed that.
It makes me happy whenever he elevates the ball. I don't want to see him strike out. If he just hits fucking fly balls all the time, I'm more than happy with it.
Just have a pathetic low BABIP.
Yeah, just ridiculous. I don't care. As long as he's not striking out, like, that's cool. That's what you should do anyway. It's just only hit fly balls. It's the best thing for you to do. So,
Joey Gallo type beat.
Yes, sir. I still think Joey Gallo is going to finish within at least top 3 of MVP this year.
Yes, he was my pick. He was my pick for MVP.
He was my pick, and then I went to Stanton, and I'm sticking with the Stanton pick, to be honest. I'm riding that's
Gallo
only if
all
like Trout is hurt. My Trout wins MVP if he's not hurt, and then it's my actual picks. You know, that's how I've always done it.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I think Joey Gallo.
Then you can just beat him outright.
Wow.
I'm so glad he's fat and bad now. Like it makes me so.
No,
happy.
You're not.
Wow.
No, you're not.
So
you like Miguel Cabrera, and you know it.
Like seeing
the Max Stassi Joey Gallo round of the home run derby next year is going to be crazy.
They're not ready for that. The publicity Max Stassi will have from just owning that man's career.
That's funny.
Rengifo has a lot of power in his swing, but he doesn't make very hard contact often. But when he barrels it up, he barrels that thing up. I was so scared of sending him to the Dodgers, despite the fact that it was a guaranteed win for us, no matter what. I think Luis Rengifo to the Dodgers terrifies me because they make him an elite level player that we cannot make him.
Second with 2 down and a 1-2 to Rengifo. Trout, go. Get out of this.
So, how are doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doing better now that Evan White caught that baseball.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I love the pitcher running out there trying to get his own fly ball. You gotta respect it.
Literally.
Give way for the big man with the big glove.
I was gonna say you don't call up your first baseman. If the first baseman's got it, you let him get it because it's a guaranteed grab with his glove.
Especially if it's Evan White. Maybe.
Especially Evan White, yeah.
So the Vogelback home run is the only barrel in this game. And Chris is gone.
And I'm so okay with that. Chris is back. Go ahead and mention that to him.
Sure, he will.
I'm just in my living room real quick.
It's a shame it only resulted in one run. You know, if Kyle Lewis was in this game, we'd have like at least two barrels in this game.
At least.
At least.
At least two.
At least.
In a game with freaking Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon and Dustin Upton in it, we got to rely on Kyle Lewis and another barrel.
I know you're not relying on Justin Upton to give you a barrel right now. That man, if he makes contact, I'm happy right now. Let alone a barrel.
That's fair.
But his
It's a shame how
his defense.
probably the best defense we have right now, sadly. In the outfield, at least.
It's rough.
I mean, Trout obviously better, but like.
Do you think Howie Kendrick's going to finally win a batting title this year?
I really hope so. I have nothing but respect for that man. I was so happy for him all of last year.
I've been feeling like I've been hearing he's going to win a batting title for the last 63 years.
He almost won it last year, and I mean,
Tim Anderson, though.
High expected batting average. I'm pretty sure
Well.
highest by a lot. Oh, maybe Christian Yelich actually.
I know, yeah.
Can we talk about Christian Yelich? Like,
oh my gosh, what's happening there?
What is happening?
He had a day off, like a mental day off. They literally gave him the day off yesterday because he's doing so poorly. They're like, please don't play today and just take a breather.
I mean, given your players breathe when they're on something like that, absolutely, I love you. You should be doing that, but it's been rough. You've been striking out so much.
Oof.
Wow.
That was tough.
There's the framing we've been told about.
Yeah, we've heard so much about it.
I love it.
Kyle Seager's doing jumping jacks to prep for his at-bat.
Yeah. I mean, it's close up to the strike zone that even if you have an okay framer. But, I mean, he sold that thing like it was nothing.
We tried again. He tried on that one, too.
He's like, now I got the touch.
Yeah, he's like, same pitch, same spot. Let's try it again.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
It's just flying. Like, it's gliding. Just, wow, it's beautiful.
It's just all curveball all the time.
Curveball slider. His slider is the
slider.
out pitch, yeah.
For sure.
His curveball, he's been throwing there for strikes, and the slider is the put away. His changeup is just nasty, and I love it. I love Dylan Bundy.
What?
Kyle's
showing
Bundy's always good for a meme.
They have to be showing shifting against him right now. There's just no way.
Yeah, they got to.
They're all Kyle Seager's been being shifted against since before the shift existed.
That is fair. He has. It's always been like a.
Christian, the notable big shift guy.
I feel like this comes up every hot mic session. No,
It should.
I am a big bunt guy, not in the slightest.
Well, you
Or
tweet
shit guy.
7 times a day.
It is true.
You do. You are very
it's
vocal
a
about
day to the Angels.
your
against
anti-shiftness.
Great pitch.
Yeah, it is a good pitch.
Great pitch, yeah. And, oh my goodness.
Some anger in that bat throw, it seemed like.
We'll go back.
Wow, that home run didn't even go 100 off the bat.
Really? It was
90
almost all right, or was it?
Weird, you
99?
never see that.
99.8, but like still.
Still basically 100.
Yeah. MLB average 103, I think they said.
103.6.
Yeah.
It's well under that.
What was the distance on it?
366.
Oh wow! So it's just not a league average home run at all.
Nope.
No barrel.
It's a fly out.
Still a barrel.
A barrel, but I do like that he was. If he's going to give up home runs, I'm okay with it being a home run. That shouldn't be out because then you know it's regression season or progression, I guess, at that point for Dylan Bundy.
I like his eye tape.
You talking about Vogelback?
Yeah, he's got the
With
blue
the
eye
logos
tape
on
with
it,
the
yeah.
American logo. I like that. That's hard.
Dylan Bundy's facial hair is so great. Ooh,
Ooh.
that was a nice slam.
Yeah, we got a lot of anger being taken out on the bats this inning.
Or bad.
That you'd love
I
to
wonder
see that.
I wonder what that bat looked like before the camera cut away. Or after the camera cut away. Wonder if that bat still lives.
Reasonable question.
Every time he breaks a bat, the bat just goes into his muscle mass and increases. Every time I see
he's a big
him,
boy.
he just gets bigger and bigger
Yeah,
and bigger.
he's a big boy, that's for sure. I feel like he's bigger, like way bigger this year than he was last year. No,
Big this year.
he looks big.
No one looks bigger this year than last year, like Vladdy G does.
True, yeah.
They gotta put that on a diet.
Bundy says, excited for Bundy to be 2 outs into the 7th to get pulled with a key runner on second.
Oh, it's absolutely happening. This is the Madden move. He's gonna bring in Hobie Milner, or
They should put Key in. The fans are gonna cheer nice and loud for him and everything.
I would rather Dylan Bundy throw 150 pitches and finish this game himself. Never see anyone in our bullpen other than like Talatry.
I've never seen a pitcher and a player, make that rude of comments to the team that he is currently on. Ever.
Well, I mean, Albert Pujols.
This way surpasses that, though.
I don't know if to me it does not surpass it in like my anger towards it, but I don't know if
but Pujols was also a $30 million a year contract guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hitter.
I don't know how much Pujols was intending to slander the Angels fan base. He absolutely slandered us, and I will never forgive him for it. But I don't know if he was actually like really trying to, as much as he was just trying to hype up St. Louis fans.
Right.
Kenyon, I don't understand. You've been here 3 years where we've been absolute terrible, some of the worst baseball the Angels have played ever. And you have not been a good pitcher, and you've been hurt all of your career. There's no one going to cheer for you. You fight with us on Twitter. Why would anyone root for him? I never understand.
Didn't he blow a game right after that comment?
Oh, the same day. Yeah, it was beautiful. We were actively cheering for him, too.
Sure, that worked out very well for him.
Well, he finally got the cheers he wanted.
Yeah. What made everyone dislike Kenyon to start was there was another Angels fan, DirtStar27, who just absolutely kissed up to him and Parker Bridewell, which is the other like very popular Angels meme. And so ever since he had that oh no, is there gunshots? No, it's just Kenyon middle bullpen. He's not been a fan favorite, that's for sure.
Bundy says, I will actively cheer against Middleton till the day I die.
That's most of Angels Twitter.
So-
That's where you tell them be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Like you're getting cheers now, buddy.
They have genuinely been happy when he gives up runs. I've been upset, but like they don't care. They dislike him. They need him off the team.
So wait, Game 7 of the World Series. For some reason, he's the only pitcher available in the ninth inning. You're still rooting against him.
I'm not. I'm not against him. I'll call him an idiot, but I'm gonna root against him. Angels Twitter. Who knows? Not the rough one.
No loyalty.
Oh, we are loyal to Angels players. That man is just not an Angel anymore.
What?
I do got to say, the Jar Jar Binks memes of him are just toppest of tier.
I've seen those. Those
Bundy
are good.
says, I'll watch us go 17-43 if it means he gets DFA'd.
Absolutely.
That is the only similarity I have is Kyle Farnsworth was the exact same way for us. That's the only remote similarity.
Much this season. It's crazy.
Fletch. He's looked good at short.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a double. Easy double.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even
I
triple.
might go 3.
That's right.
No.
Look at him fly. Look at him fly.
He wanted it. He wanted it.
Oh,
He thought about it.
Held up.
Or as a
It
cannon,
had to have been
right?
the third base
Coach held him up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted it for sure.
I feel like he probably could have got there.
I think so.
I think Dylan Moore has a really good arm, and Shed Long has an amazing arm, so it would have been close. If it stayed in that corner, oh, baby.
Then he says, I'll trade Key for Buck Farmer right now, and I'll tell you, we decline that. No way. Buck Farmer hasn't given up a run yet this year.
I was going to say, I feel like Buck Farmer is one of your better.
Yeah, he might be our best reliever.
I will give you Kenyon Middleton for Jordan Zimmerman.
Pat, are you and you take his contract? Yeah.
You pay the entirety of Jordan Zimmerman's contract, but we put him on our roster for at least one start.
No, you take his contract.
This is
This is the last year of it, honestly. It doesn't even matter anymore.
Absolutely, for you guys, it don't matter.
Buck Farmer's the man. He's killing it.
Was also the guy that really struggled with his command last series, Nick?
Huh?
Was he the guy that was really struggling with his command last series?
Altavilla?
I don't think he's pitched these last 2 games.
Altavilla has been struggling with his command since he got called up. He has he can throw 98, 99, but he just consistently has inconsistent control.
Mm.
The team has said, this is his contract's up. This is a last chance season for him. If he can't figure out a way to throw strikes consistently, then he's not going to be on the team next year. It's a do or die season.
Like 90% of the Detroit roster right now.
Yeah, reasonable. Yeah, Buck Farmer's been really good since we moved into the bullpen. He's honestly been one of our best relievers for a while now.
How was Jimenez gave up the blown save earlier? Has he been good this season? Or is he just starting to like normal Jimenez?
No, it's the same thing that's always been with every Tigers reliever or closer ever. Like in save situations, he's looked phenomenal, and when we bring him in non-save situations, he looks terrible.
That's fair.
So I really wanted us to go. I wanted us to go Farmer that game. Actually, it made no sense. In the first game of a doubleheader, why would you burn through your closer in a non-save situation? It made no sense to me.
No sense.
But yeah, the bullpen's been definitely a surprising bright spot.
Absolutely.
Trout has 3 homers this series.
No, yeah. yes, he does. He had game 1 and he had 2 yesterday.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
Yeah, Mike Trout versus the Mariners is really fun for me. Not fun for Nick, that's for sure.
Mike Trout just in Seattle.
I remember watching it like a highlight video once, and it was just like Mike Trout homering off Felix Hernandez like 100 times.
He loved hitting off Felix.
Speaking of home runs, Daniel
He
Murphy
just had him.
home run to give the Rockies a go-ahead lead.
Interesting.
I forgot Daniel Murphy was able to hit baseballs still, to be honest. He was not good last season.
How old is Daniel Murphy?
35, 36.
30,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got to be up there.
He's on the Mets for a good bit.
We got Mike Trout out.
Yeah, I've
Ooh.
heard it. Mike Trout has not been walking much at all this year. Like, it's only a 9 walk percent, which he's only been in like 5 games anyway, but it's wanting to walk more. And I want Rendon to walk less and make contact with baseball and make hard contact at that.
The Tigers will add 2 doubleheaders into their next 2 off days in the next 20 days,
Good Lord.
making the next 24 days they will play 25 games.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds like the end of my senior year of baseball.
For real. It's great for the fans. Can be ideal for the players.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna have to make quite a few calls. Actually, that'll be fine for them because they have some pitching in their minor leagues that's only
Dude, it just like there's continuously becomes less and less excuses to call up Mize. And this is just another one.
Yeah, I'm sure he makes at least one spot start during that point. Like, you can't not have them. At least one of your pitching prospects not make a spot start.
Has to. How is Hess doing in the Tigers org? He's our third string catcher. I'm pretty sure he's made 1 appearance this year. So Hess is actually from here, and my stepbrother played against him in high school. He was a huge deal here actually, which is super cool now that he's a Tiger. He was like I heard about him. He's older than me, so I never played I didn't play at the same time as him, but he was like in the newspaper and stuff. He was like a big deal,
wow.
like a local big deal here.
Yeah.
And then now he's a Tiger, which is kind of cool. But
That's
he's
pretty cool.
our third string catcher this year.
And terrible.
And yeah, he. I mean, it was a flyer. He has good power and is not a great offensive catcher, but he's got an arm that's occasional power. So it was like, why not for this short year?
Yeah.
Bring in the hometown kid. He was a huge deal here. It was cool. Angels drafting another guy, another Detroit legend.
Year, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Was it Ed Howard? No. Who was the one that we drafted from you guys? Calabrese was the Canadian. Oh my god, I'm blanking.
It was the shortstop.
I thought it was Ed Howard, but that was the guy we were going to draft in the first round that went to Chicago.
No, no, this is actually really bad. My buddy is like best friends with him.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Blakely.
Blakely, yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. Werner Blakely, yeah.
Yeah, Blakely is a huge deal here. Huge deal here. Oh, what a pitch. That's paint.
Anthony Rendon arguing.
That is paint.
It's interesting to see Rendon argue because we've never really had a good player who argues with players. Our only like other player who's really argued actively was Yanel Escobar, and he argues with everyone, so it doesn't matter.
Escobar did argue with a lot of people. I was kind of got chills down my spine when I was watching Trout argue the other day.
I was ecstatic.
That was sick. That was
that's how you know
sick.
it was just a damn bad call. 'Cause it
For
really
real.
was a bad call. And oh man.
And he knew that it was going to be called too. Like he took it and he went, he's gonna like screw this up. And then the did. He went, no way. That was.
Oh man.
Got under that.
They're
one.
just missing against you guys right now.
They're taking uppercuts, that's for sure.
Mariners bullpen having a good couple innings. Just a couple.
I hope to God Bundy gets through at least 7. At least 8, if I'm being honest. I need him to just do good continuously.
Who's next? Who's due up in the Mariners?
He lost out.
That's a great question.
Chad Long, Evan White, and D. Gordon.
That's good enough.
Shout out D. Gordon for, I don't know what, playing, I guess.
Surviving.
I feel like he just doesn't get any PT anymore, which he probably shouldn't. So
Yeah, he's not good.
yeah,
They don't know where to put him because he's bad.
that's the thing.
He's bad
He
at
has
shortstop,
nowhere to
bad
They
play.
can't just make him like
He
with the extended roster. They just can't make him like an exclusive pinch runner.
they could do that, but he wants playing time so bad. Like he wants to play
I don't
baseball
blame him.
just about as much as anyone else you can think of. They tried to move him so that he could so that he could be on a team where he could play more. And they just couldn't make the deal happen. But
Doesn't he have a decent contract too? For him?
I think he's making like $9 million a year.
Yeah, so for him, that's decent.
Yeah, he's making decent money.
I'm pretty sure this is the last year.
I'm pretty sure it is.
He's a cool guy to have on a bad team, I feel like.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's super good. He's super invested in his communities too.
Yeah, just a really good guy to have on a bad team.
Remember Dodgers D. Gordon?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
200 hit seasons.
Stealing like crazy too.
Yeah, just running all over the place.
Man.
They traded D. Gordon away for Andrew Heaney, and then traded Andrew Heaney for Howie Kendrick.
Wow.
And yeah, it was really weird because Dodgers knew that D. Gordon wasn't that good, and then he went to Miami and had that like 330 batting average season. Whenever all the boomers and whatnot were like, oh god, they messed up, and then when you really look at it, the only thing they messed up on was trading Heaney away for Howie Kendrick.
Right.
Because they could not have traded Andrew Heaney away. He was a top prospect first rounder from Miami. They got for D. Gordon. Ridiculous.
Also, didn't he get ended the next year for PEDs?
Down goes long.
Wow.
I think that's right, Peyton.
Which, by the way, still,
I think you did.
if you had told me, like in 2020, that D. Gordon was suspended for PEDs, I wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either.
He did not go around.
He
that.
aggressively did not go.
I mean, like, I think it's just the barrel of the bat has to cross, right? Your wrists.
Yeah, your wrist got to break. Yeah.
That kind of broke.
You have to appeal that if it's going to be that close.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely on the umpire to appeal that. Like, that's his fault, and you shouldn't.
That's what Shed was saying, is you got to appeal that.
Yeah, no, I don't, like, you have the option. Why try to do it yourself? Like,
yeah.
Bundy says, Christian, are we giving Bundy 4 years, $80 million yet?
I would give him $100,000, like, just today for this start alone, and whatever, just blank check.
Blank check him.
Yeah, just blank check him. Just
you write them out here.
Here's some money.
Blank check him for only 1-year deals, though. Just what do you want this year? You'll have it.
Yeah.
You're good again. We'll give you another blank check.
Are you
Trevor Bauer, him.
Evan White just got blown past 290 down the middle.
Yeah, when you have to sit off speed because of how good it is, his fastball becomes that much more deceptive. Oh my goodness!
Three
Yeah,
straight up in the zone, 90
he just
miles an
big
hour.
league that man.
Yeah, that is
Welcome
definitely
to
what
the
that
show,
is.
buddy. He's been throwing him curveballs in there for strikes all game. He's like, you know what? You'll get 390s. Why not?
He hit him with the Rookie of the Year fastball, fastball.
The classic.
Oh my!
Is this D?
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, it was
Absolutely
D.
back out for the eighth.
Yeah, I would agree.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
Be shocked if he didn't.
I would not be shocked.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked. I said that, and I was like, well, Joe Madden's managing this game, so I don't know how shocked I would actually be.
You would think with how bad the bullpen is, he'd be like, okay, I'm gonna let my starters go a little bit, and he's not. He's been like, no, you're a good pitcher. I'm gonna favor this bum in the pen instead of you. Sorry, but anorexic CJ Wilson and Hobie Milner. Hey, he's coming in.
C.J.
Doesn't matter the
Wilson.
situation. So the last good pitching contract we've ever given out was to CJ Wilson.
Yeah, you guys liked that one. That was the same. Wasn't that like within a week of the Hamilton one?
Pujols actually.
Pujols, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then CJ Wilson, because he wanted to play with Albert Pujols so goddamn bad, he decided his first couple of years of the contract, we weren't paying him all that much, and then we backloaded that contract. So it was unfortunate because he was bad in the back end.
Right. That's fair.
He showed up for us in the first couple of seasons. Technically, Pujols kind of did, but he showed up as if he was an 800, like a premier prospect, finally breaking through, not a legend of the game sucking.
It is crazy how quick he fell.
Quick. It was quick.
Like, pretty much like pen to paper.
He didn't hit a home run for the Angels within his first 35 Angels games.
Because wasn't his last year with St. Louis really good?
Yeah, it was in 2011. It was good, but it was the first time he had never hit 300, 30 home runs, and 100 RBIs. Because he had broke his wrist that year.
Ah, right. I remember that. Yep. Sure.
I remember that so vividly, too. I used to watch every Pujols game back then. But yeah, so he broke his wrist, and it didn't go anywhere from there. Oh, you guys brought in a reliever, a left-handed pitcher, Nick. You guys are gonna get out of this inning 1, 2, 3. Unless he starts walking people on his own account. Like if he makes them swing, it's as a lefty who's not throwing hard.
It's Nestor Cortez, Yankee legend.
Yankee legend.
Yankee legend Nestor Cortez.
Have we seen any Detroit legends in this game yet? Sans Upton, I guess.
No, which is rare. There is a lot of former Tigers out there. It is surprising. Upton, I guess,
would be the Tigers legend, yeah, but I feel like
it's pretty much impossible to watch a game at all in 2020 and not see at least one former Tiger in there. Bundy says if we add Boyd and drop Tehran from this rotation, yeah, I hate to break it to you, Matt Boyd's been horrible this year. So
it has been
careful what you wish.
It has been since the second half of last year.
Yes, absolutely.
I will say on Matt Boyd's behalf, he has the lowest FIP for his ERA. Like it's the highest difference of ERA to FIP. His FIP has been amazing, and he's in the 580s for ERA.
He
will be there.
His problem currently is his success 100% hinders on his ability to locate his slider. That is literally it. He always has the fastball. He always has the changeup. But his strikeout pitch and ground ball pitch are both the slider. Just depends on where he locates them. And he has zero location on his slider currently.
Tommy La Stella has been one of the most underrated acquisitions just in the last couple of years, I feel like. He was a 130 hitter WRC-wise last year. Like he was he was in good territory. It's
Right.
fun to watch. Doesn't strike out, makes such hard contact. It's so fun to watch him.
Do Angels fans like Cole Calhoun?
You're probably talking to the only Angels fan who isn't a Cole Calhoun stan. So.
Oh,
That-
sure. Okay.
yeah.
So, like, that's good. I'm glad. He had a great day for Arizona last night, so I was just wondering. We got under it.
He got under it. He's just missing.
Well, we
It's
didn't
been
go
tough.
1-2-3, Chris. You lied to me.
I know. I mean, Stella just hits left-handed like that. I don't know what to say. What were we talking about, Brian? Damn it. Justin Upton. What was before that?
Calhoun. Cole Calhoun.
So I like Cole Calhoun. He was an overrated defender, but he made the flashiest of plays, and he was swaggy P. You can't not like the guy. But
Right, sure.
offensively speaking, later couple of years, definitely was not a fun at bat to watch at all.
Sure. Brian is now in the chat, and he says Calhoun was my boy. He just simply wasn't that great.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the same way with Brian Goodwin now. That's my dog. I love Brian Goodwin.
Yeah, sure.
He's not that good. He's ever so slightly above league average hitter at best and a bad defender. But I love him. He's the swaggiest man on earth.
I love Brian. Brian Goodwin, definitely my favorite Angel by far.
Yeah, I love that. Like every game he's had just like one moment of he's able to do a face or something. You know?
Yeah, his smile is electric.
Man,
Elite
that-
framework.
Oh,
Max Stassi could never.
woo.
Love to see it.
Could never.
Can't frame that.
Tough to frame that one.
Too
Although-
better, Nestor.
It was either Hedges or Stassi last year. They framed a pitch that they didn't catch at all. Completely missed it, but they held the glove there and it got called a strike. The one behind to the backstop.
Wow.
Wrong him up.
Nice pitch.
I don't think that was the location he wanted, but it was
No,
it
he was
still a
definitely
It's
ball
so
was
straight.
definitely supposed to be inside.
Did you see the one pitching Ninja tweeted the other day of the one where he missed his spot, but it was so clearly still a strike and it didn't get called?
Yeah, it was it the Danny Jansen one?
Yes.
Or
Hang on,
the
I'm
Toronto game?
gonna look for it right now.
Yeah, it was the two.
Also, Chris, just for you, pitching Ninja has tweeted Dylan Bundy twice today.
Oh, I'm so excited to watch that after this. I usually go back and watch Angels starts. Their starting pitchers. If they have a good game, I'll just go back and watch the games and then fast forward the innings of where they're not doing so good, just so I can watch them. I love watching good pitchers. If we don't get Matt Boyd and there's somehow a possibility of Herman Marquez being on the
If you guys get Herman Marquez, you would
win the
run
World
through the streets of SoCal screaming.
Series.
A parade would occur.
Yeah, it'd be a great sight to see, to be honest.
Yes, you would be incredibly happy.
Rob Manfred would decline the trade simply because it's not allowed to happen.
Nope, can't allow that.
Can't allow that one.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh!
Yes, sir! Yes,
What?
sir! That's Stassi!
Oh,
Yes,
God.
sir!
Matt Stassi!
I'm not looking at the chat. You can't make me.
Oh, man. That's his 4th of the year. Oh,
Third against the Mariners.
Payton's removed his glasses.
I am in confusion and shock.
Why is this Kansas, but this is not Arkansas?
88 belt high. Exit velo of 102.7.
Oh, I
Projected
love him.
distance 385.
Can't wait to be able to slander all of Angel's Twitter today, who said to DFA him all of last year. Tears to my eyes right now.
What a shot.
Love him.
That plus the framework, you know?
Yeah,
Two-headed monster there.
the way he's hitting right now, he's literally the best catcher in baseball. No one's close. Because he's a much better defender than like Yasmani Grandal. Grandal's a good defender, don't get me wrong. It's just he's not an elite defender. He's a great defender, but he's a great hitter as well. So that's why he's the best catcher. But an elite defender who's hitting even good right now, ooh, I like that.
Max Stassi is the greatest baseball player in history, confirmed.
He is by far my second favorite player.
Peyton, delete that.
Oh, dude, I love him.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
385.
Wow.
Angels legend Nestor Cortez.
Oh,
Sad but true.
Ugh. I'm so disgusted right now.
The chat got incredibly hyped for the Stassi home run.
I mean, it's all Angels fans, so I guess.
Imagine thinking the Angels need Real Muto when we have Max Stassi, Brian Schlosser 2020.
Put it in a book.
Yeah, someone screenshot that so we can look back on it in a few months.
You can look back on tomorrow. When the Angels aren't playing the Mariners.
So the MLB just posted a updated schedule with every single postponed game on it and when it will be played. So they have a plan on paper for every team to still hit the 60-game mark.
Does John Heyman recognize that there's a plan?
I don't know.
Do you think Mariner fans will ever forgive him?
No.
Mariner,
No.
nobody.
not.
I will.
John
I
Heyman.
will look for every single possible way I can find to burn that man to the ground until he's gone.
It's not hard.
I'm shocked he didn't block me on the night of the home run derby. I was all over him the night of the home run derby, and I was at one point I had my reply had more likes than his actual tweet about like
I ratioed him with one of the Bryce Harper tweets. I was like, "You're gonna post this again?" And fucking buddy, and he instant blocked me.
Oh, Malik,
see, I'm shocked I'm still not blocked.
Uh-oh.
Look at Malix. Speed kills.
I think he was hurt.
Look at Malik.
Yeah, he kind of came up a little tender there.
Yeah, it's very. I love Renipo, but he needs to like relax, man. Also, it's Tom Milestella at first base. That's gonna be a hard to dig.
Yeah, I mean, even if he picks that, he's safe. So.
Oh yeah, that was a good play.
Not really.
Did he get to second base, right?
No.
Kind of got hurt. Okay, yeah, it's fine then. Ground ball here. Oh wait, he did get to second base.
Oh wow! I guess.
Yeah, ball went in the camera well. He got to advance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. That'll
I hate
do it.
that.
That
Well,
is on Tommy, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's on Tommy. He's not a regular first baseman, and you completely spike the ball at him. Like,
I'm just saying Evan White gets that. That's all I'm
oh,
saying.
absolutely. But Evan White's first base. Tommy Lacella
That's
is not
fair.
a fielder of any
Fair.
position. Oh, Athletics just won. Sin shoot just blew the game. Shoot one. Unfortunate.
Benny says if I'm at first, I pick that, but I'm just different.
Evan White would never let that ball go by.
Never. Never ever.
Did Evan White make an error so far this season? I feel like he's made an error, right?
I don't think during the regular season.
I know Matt Chapman made an error, and we flamed the ever-living crap out of him for making an error. So I think Evan White made an error as well, but I'm not sure. But I love when really good defenders make bad. Oh, it was Olsen. It was not Evan White.
Oh, he got under that one.
Good pitch.
A lot of pop outs this game.
That's when a pitcher like him is on point, when you're getting a lot of pop outs like that.
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
Oh, look who's warming up. Yes, sir.
Hey-o!
Yes, sir.
Angels legend.
Yes, sir. The crowd's going to go wild here in a couple minutes.
Oh my!
Number 99. Yes, sir.
I cannot believe he even
White
has
is-
99 too. Like, what a bad player to give 99 to.
99. The
Evan
crowd's
White
going to
is
go
David.
wild.
So yeah, he is absolutely going to get this out right here and then get taken out for Kenyon. This is what's going to happen. We told you 2 outs and the guy on second.
That's some poor Stassi framing, if I say so myself. That should have been a strike.
What's a strike?
It's 1-0, so.
Oh, you're behind, buddy.
Oh.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
I was like, what are you talking about here? That was a really good frame job.
Brian says number 99 on the field, number 500,000 in my heart.
Right. He said number 99 on the field, number what?
500,000 in my heart.
Of the 19,574 players to debut, he is probably the worst. That's a pop out. And a broken bat.
Yep. That's a
Made
bad
himself
slam.
very upset with that bat.
Those are my favorite. Those are the best at bats you could have as a pitcher. Seeing someone slam the bat, like the confidence you get from that.
JP snapped his bat because he can't defeat Lord Bundy. Peasant.
It's true. That's great.
Reasonable
football.
take. Sure. What a pitch. He's feeling it.
Now, yeah. Oof,
But Dylan
great
Morris got his
slider.
number, though. Oh,
Yeah, the slider's working today. That's for damn sure.
Keon! Oh my goodness.
good lord.
Disgusting.
Oh my god. Great pitch. What a great outing from him. 8 Ks, 8 innings. I think only 1 walk, right?
What I only remember one. Well, the hit by pitch, is that what you're?
Even that, I don't even kind of remember.
Well, the rent he. Oh no! Wait, no. I'm thinking of
Narrow.
Rendon. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
I remember 1 base hit, and I remember the 1
Right. Yeah.
line score.
What's Peter says Bundy greater than Beaver. Honestly.
It's true. It's true. He's beating a better lineup here, as we can see.
Yeah, for sure. The what's his pitch count at?
95, I think that the last one was. 94, 95.
You
I don't
don't
think
send
it's-
him out there? You don't send him out?
I'll send him out there until he's out 180
Wow.
pitches. Okay.
97.
I'm not going to the bullpen.
Yeah.
97. Okay.
97? I
I mean,
don't know, man. I might send him out there with like, hey, you get 1 base runner, you're done.
Yes, absolutely. It's always 1 base runner. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
If the Angels put another one on the board, I don't see why you shouldn't let him go out just for the.
You have a 5-run lead against the
Yeah.
Mariners, even if, like, who cares?
Well, what a bit of time, man.
Well, okay, but you're not letting it get to your bullpen, which has been the problem.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Usually, what happens is he'll give up a base hit and they'll take him out instantly, but it's like always like a soft blooper of a hit. It's always like a soft blooper double against
Avid
Bundy or
Warriors.
Denino. It's the worst. And instantly he pulls him out for Hobie Milner, And Hobie's like, here's a changeup, first pitch down the middle. Please just swing. You will hit it no matter what. Ooh, we get to see the top of the order of that one more time.
And Fletch is up. Man, this is just Angels fans' dreams are coming true today.
All right, you got Trout, Rendon, Fletch. Oh,
There's another bat throw. We got a lot of angry bats here today. A lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Bundy wants the ninth for sure.
Yes, he
I
does.
just want to see Kyle Lewis.
If he went to go give, like, you know, level fives or whatever, you know he's dumb, but he put his head down, but that everything
He wants it.
Oh, yeah. Whoop.
I'd love to see him give it to him.
What are y'all two's thoughts on robot umpires? It's a very big topic.
Mine.
I think you were more Scott, I believe, but
I'm very against it. I just like framing way too much. Like I caught my entire life.
So you won't find the same exact.
I think it's an art form, a literal art form, and I will never be pro robo ump ever.
Okay, so you are on the same exact boat as me. Now for the other two, what are your thoughts on robot umpires and
Nick
robot
is
strikes?
temporarily gone. I'm not really for or against robot umps, just like I'm not for or against framing. So that's just my opinion. That's all I have to say.
Right. Oh, goodness.
And Trout almost killed someone.
And the shift.
Well, the shift killed Trout, so yeah.
And the shift forever and all. Nick, are you back now?
Yeah.
What are yours?
Like, if MLB was at all interested in really going with robot umpires, this was the season to try them out.
Also true.
I like robot umpires. I say bring them in. If we can make them work, then bring them in.
All right. So it's a 2-on-1 and neutral of umpires.
I mean, I think if you can bring it in without completely destroying framing somehow, then why not?
At least right now, as it is, just the strike zone's not the best, and it's giving a lot of weird calls that you would never in a lifetime get as a normal player, just because of where the balls are crossing. Because they're technical strikes as is crossing in the strike zone, but man, Rendon's just not like been there yet so far. Probably because he didn't have any interest watching games. It's whatever.
All right, bottom of the ninth.
Yeah. So in the Arizona leagues or whatever, like you just notice they're playing to not frame. Like they position themselves to block better or to receive better to throw, and they're starting to give that away, which I don't like. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I think that I don't know. I just love framing way too much, to be honest with you. And I think that even if they were to do it down the road, the current like robo like we see, on Fox or whatever, ESPN has it too. I think the like strike tracker or whatever, like that is. Like Christian said, there's a lot of calls on there that technically would be strikes that are just flat out have never been called in the history of the game. And I think that if they can find a much better system, that would at least start the conversation of it. But I don't think you can even have the conversation with the current system in place.
No, I agree with that. It's just not a complete system. Like, even though a 60-game season would have been perfect for them to try it, their system itself is not good enough for them to want to risk a 60-game season and then it being bad and players are like, absolutely not, especially with the CBA next year.
For sure.
So after framing, what's important for catchers? Because I think that's kind of important too.
So you're saying like if they take framing
Yeah.
away, it'd be their probably their just ability to hold runners. It'd make
Blocking and pop time would be the two biggest ones after that. Yeah,
and those kind of really coincide with each other because that's just moving your knees and just the way you're positioning when you're framing and whatnot and getting yourself set. You're not setting yourself in the same way that you're going to set yourself if you know a curveball is going to be in the dirt. It's just different.
While he's on the mound.
Oh yeah. Great pitch.
Bundy's
Great
back.
pitch.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Love that.
Does anyone know when the Angels' last complete game was?
It wasn't last season.
Ricky Nolasco, 2017.
Then maybe Brian knows too. If anyone knows.
It's either Ricky Nolasco, 2017, or Alex Myers against Toronto, 2018.
Brian says his guess is May 2018.
Give us a pitcher, Brian.
There we go. May 2018, Heaney threw a one-hit shutout.
Man, you threw a complete game shutout?
Complete game, one-hit shutout.
Not against Texas? Or
May 2018.
Michigan.
Last complete game, yeah. The Mariners broadcast just put it up.
There you go.
May 24th, 2018.
Ryan is indeed a smart person.
Let's not get carried away.
Debatable. Very debatable. Extremely debatable.
Yeah, a bit too much credit on Brian's out here.
Yeah.
Instead of Google's.
We
don't need to be broadcasting lies to our fans.
Man, that was like the worst full count swing I've ever seen.
Yeah, 10 strikeouts for Dylan Bundy. Look at this man go.
Look at that swing. Look at that full count swing. He gets a fastball on a full count. That's the swing he throws up there.
Oh my God.
Definitely less than ideal.
No, I love it. It's interesting for me to do these broadcasts. I don't have like the game volume, so it's weird with like fly balls and whatnot.
I have mine on very quietly.
Yeah, same.
Well, only because this is blacked out, so I can't have it on MLB TV. And I don't have my second laptop on me right now, so it's been a little weird trying to adjust. Great pitch! Oh my goodness.
When do the Mariners play the Angels next? Is it never? Let's make it never.
Oh, what a hey! Oh man!
Oh man!
Wow!
Fletch.
David Fletcher.
Angels Twitter gonna love that one.
He is so smooth. I don't understand. Like, I disliked how people are starting to dislike him. Oh my God, it was off the glove too. Oh, it's so slick. Look at that.
He's slick with it.
It makes me sad.
Slick
like,
with it.
Angels Twitter has promoted David Fletcher so much now that people are kind of starting to get annoyed by David Fletcher.
There it is. Complete game. Dylan Bundy. Complete game.
Oh, we're fucking nasty. That's what you like to see.
You know why he got that complete game? I'll say it right now. Kyle Lewis wasn't in the game.
Yeah, that'll be.
That's a fact.
That would be a big factor.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Beautiful.
And we will see you.
Yeah, heck of a broadcast.
Yeah, good job, guys. And we will see you guys next time.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
That was beautiful. Are we off the stream?
Of course, it's a fresh right before I can.